Welcome back to Walsall Fan TV for match reaction to Wimbledon 5, Walsall 1. Before the game, we were really sort of looking for Mission Impossible, and it certainly seemed that way. Me and Stephen were planning to be there. We'd got our tickets all ready, but we were at a wedding and had a very nice time at the wedding last night. And I just couldn't face it this morning, so we didn't make the trip. And boy, am I glad we didn't. The game in itself, Priest came in for his first start for a long time. Walsall starting up front with Jamil Matt, and that seemed quite positive. But the game unfolded very quickly. Bugiel, or whatever his name is, first chance really for Wimbledon, went 1-0 up, and Wimbledon terrorising us. Daniels and the Priest at the back, they should be the heart of our team and the strength in our team, but I think neither are particularly fully fit, so maybe not showing themselves in their best light. But on the showing of today, if there are two of our main defenders going into next season, which they are both contracted to be, I'm concerned. Liam Gordon, he's been good recently, but it was his man. Scored, I think, 3 of them. So that wasn't good. Walsall got themselves back into it after the first goal. A foul on Walsall. Looked a fairly soft penalty, to be honest. The Wimbledon fans behind the goal weren't keen, and they're throwing paper and stuff, trying to disrupt Isaac Hutchinson as he stepping up for the penalty. Delayed the penalty by a good couple of minutes, and Hutch kept his nerve. The keeper got down well to it. Looked like he's going to save it, and it somehow managed to find its way into the net. That put Walsall 1-1. But it didn't feel like a 1-1. Wimbledon were much more up for it, much more clinical. Another goal came very quickly. Again, that Bugiel guy again went in half-time 2-1. And really was hoping for a big change from Walsall's second half. But early second half, he gets his hat-trick, Bugiel, to make it 3-1. And that's sort of game over. Then another guy, Curtis, and Gordon again, left his man. I'm not saying it's all his fault, but he certainly didn't cover himself in glory today in defence. And then, to make matters worse, corner comes in. Fall is challenging. The ball is turned and it hits the back of him and spoons into the net for 5-1. And with half an hour to play, it really did feel like the cricket score was possible. But Walsall composed themselves and improved. We did get Adebayo on, and as soon as he came on, we realised what a quality player he is. The game was obviously gone at that point, but I don't think it's a mistake that when he came into the team, our defence looked so much better. Akagbu, he didn't feature today, and with him, with those two and Taylor Allen, that's been our most solid back line this season. But that's not the chosen back line. As soon as Daniels came back in, it started weakening, and then with unfit Priest coming back in, not great. I wouldn't have been surprised if they'd scored more, Wimbledon, because it did feel that way. Wimbledon were cock-a-hoop. They'd leapfrogged us in the table to grab 10th. We were hoping for a 10th place finish, but end up finishing the season in 11th, which, based on the last few seasons, is an improvement. But we can't step away from the fact that Walsall have bottled it. We were sort of right there on the edge of the playoffs with 10 games to go, and we bottled it. And that's disappointing. The defeat at home to Bradford, how we lost that. Notts County, again, that was a poor defeat. The MK defeat, I know MK Dons were very good, but we sort of capitulated there in the second half. So it was pretty poor. The Forest Green Rovers defeat, we should never have lost that game either. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Matt Sadler, opinions still divided on Matt Sadler. He's just been given a new contract. I would have thought seeing how he did next season would have been the thing. If he can maintain the improvement and keep us in the top 7 next season, and then hopefully playoffs or automatic, and then that would be when the decision would be made on him. But to give him a new contract now, is a new 2-year contract now, is sort of like a faith. But it's all about keeping that consistency and not changing the whole team every year, not changing the manager every year, and that you want stability, and that's what Walsall need. Whether Matt Sadler is the guy that's going to get us back into League One or not, I don't know. The fact that Richard O'Kelly is more visual now and is more on the scene, he's going to be a big benefit. So maybe he can help sort of mould Matt Sadler into that manager. So he's definitely improved through the season, Matt Sadler. He's definitely improved through the season. Can he continue his improvement? And with Richard O'Kelly and Gary Waddock and Darren Byfield's support, can he get Walsall up there next season? But I say we bottled it this season, I think. Back to the game. Performance rating. SNS Steelstock performance rating, I think we've got to be honest here, this was a very poor performance. We just needed to win the game to give ourselves a sniff, but came nowhere near dominating the game at any point. So for me, that has got to be a 2. A 2 out of 10. Man of the match. Well, let me think now. I can't give it any of the defenders for sure. Comley kind of did okay. Hutch put himself about. Wasn't a bad performance from Hutch today, but things just not falling for him. When he stepped up for the penalty, I was fearful because he didn't look confident stepping up for it, but he put it away, so that was good. Jamil Matt. It's just typical of the game, really. For I think it was their 4th goal. The ball was coming over. Jamil Matt was ready to head it clear, and Donovan Daniels barged into him, and that's how they scored. Jamil Matt was ready to head it clear. I think I'm going to give it to Mo Fall, to be honest. Mo Fall, good running. It was good to see him playing 90. Or, well, he didn't quite play the 90 because he came off near the end. But, I mean, he had a good performance, Mo Fall. Put himself about well. Won the penalty, as I say. Guys off the bench, Jamie Jellis. He looked all right, actually. The other player I haven't mentioned, Stirk. He did sort of okay, but nothing mega impressive, really. It's a bit of a depression all along, really. Yeah, Jamie Jellis, he looks decent, actually. DJT, I have been bigging him up lately, but his substitute appearance didn't do him any justice, I don't think. Danny Johnson came on late on when we were already 5-1 down. Had a couple of half chances, but didn't quite fall for him. But it was definitely not Walsall's day. But yeah, Lee Winder's man of the match, I'll give to Mal Fall. But slim pickings, really, because I think they're all fairly low today. I wouldn't say they were on the beach, but just didn't work for them today. Right then, so we look forward to tomorrow night. Sunday night is fan chat, and we're going to go through each player, as well as our review of the season, of course. We're going to go through every player and give our thoughts of whether they should stay or go, whether they're good enough to, or whether we should try and keep them for next season. Right then, Walsall Fan TV, the joy and pain.